Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. Attraction is not 100% looks. And I was inspired by it because, I still get comments on some of my old videos, right? And as I said in a previous video maybe a week or so ago, I check all my comments. Just in any content creator know there's a way you can check like comments on like 20 different videos at the same time. You just have to go down the list. And that's usually what I do. And I get stuff that I did like 3 years ago, still getting comments on and stuff. But a young man said something interesting. And I usually get comments like this. It's the guys who think it's just all looks, right? He said attraction is 100% looks. And I just said, no, it's never 100%. Now, it's a good percentage of it. Let's be real, but it's several things that's going to attract a woman to a man, right? So there's basically going to be, when you break it down, it's going to be three things that attract a woman. Three basic things, I should say, right? So, the first thing is physical appearance. We can't get past that, right? A woman in physical appearance usually encompasses three things, right? It's going to encompass the face, whether or not they facially handsome, their body build, and that would include height in that. And then their style of clothing. That's a visual thing. Like women see that and they're either going to, usually have an attraction. Now, a key piece of that is you can have a generally handsome face and a woman can look at you and say you're handsome, or she can even say that you're tall, you got a nice body, and even dress well, but she'll keep walking. She might not be attracted. She might not be. She can look at she can look at you. She can even compliment you. She can say, "Oh yeah, he look good," and keep walking. Go back to thinking about her taxes or something. All right, and it happens a lot. Right? She'll just say, "Look good," but she ain't attracted. She ain't moved. Her vagina doesn't tingle, because that's the key. That's the key right there. Is she turned on sexually? Right? And in fact, I would even argue, maybe I'll do one later about attraction versus arousal. But that's one component. Now, for argument's sake, let's say she finds the dude that attractive. Say, oh, yeah, I want to get with him. Right? That's cool. But it's not 100% of it. Right? Because then, say the two people, you go out on a date. Right? But then he just says some asshole ass things. She don't like it. Right? Like one thing I've been made aware of, like on many of these dating sites and stuff, you'll get women who have profiles and they'll say they don't want anybody who supports Trump or that type of personality, right? And they will say no Trumpers. And that's actually a big thing. That's a personality thing. Like that could kill it. Like if somebody don't like your politics or something about your personality, you might think it's cool being a jerk and the woman's like, hell no. Or you're a little bit too passive in your personality and the woman's like, hell no. That's an attractive piece. Like even beyond the physical appearance, like a dude could look average to a woman, but if there's something about his personality and more specifically how he carry himself with that personality, does he walk confidently or does he walk like he's depressed? Right? Or when he talks, is he like an upbeat person? Or is he a sarcastic person? That's attractive to a woman as well. So that's part of the equation. Like I said, there could be an average looking dude, but he just carry himself in a confident way. He's outgoing and everything. He got a cool personality. She's like, oh, okay, that's attractive to her. Because see, the thing with that physical appearance, that's just a bait that gets her over there. You still got to talk to her. She don't just see you and think you fine and just want to jump in bed with you. In fact, a common thing women will say he was all right till he opened his mouth. And like I said, you got very, very, very few women who will sleep with somebody just off their physical appearance, right? And that could be attractive, especially, you know what, a man could just walk in a certain way. And how he walks ain't a physical thing, but it's a matter of his personality, how he feel about himself. If he a confident dude, he walking with his shoulders back, his head up. He feel good about himself. Women are attracted to that, you know. They looking for signs of your personality. That's it. And then, you know, third level, it's how masculine you are. Now, you could have a real cool personality. Oh, you know what? You can be handsome. You can be tall, muscular. Oh, you know, all that generic stuff people think women like. You know, all that generic stuff. But if you walking in an effeminate manner, a woman, that's going to turn off a lot of women. That's one thing I talk to a lot of women. And they'll say, you know, if that dude acting passive or something, they are turned off. Like a man just walking and behaving like a man is attractive in itself. He could be rough looking. That's why you see some women with a dude who might be average looking or even ugly, rough looking. You know, shit, he might look, you know, he might have dirt under his nails, whatever. But dude, he's just masculine. He carrying himself in him. He walking like a man. That's attractive too, just the sheer masculinity. For men who don't get that point, think about this. How many times have you seen an average, like a woman, she might be physically average, she could be a little bit overweight, but her whole demeanor is feminine. And how she doing something, like at the gym the other day. I was peeping this one woman and she was like, you know, doing her weights, but she had her legs closed. I was like, damn, that's actually a feminine thing. You know, it was like very classy, kept her legs closed while she was doing it. While you get some other women in there, they man spreading and shit, right? That's more of a masculine thing. So when women see a man walking walking with some power, showing that masculinity, they can get turned on by that, right? Because he walking with purpose. He walking like he gonna kick ass. He got a swagger in his walk. Cause y'all seen how some females can walk. You get some of these dudes out here with questionable gender identity. You know, they might look good, but they switching. they carrying it totally like a female. A woman to get turned off by that shit. You know, so those are, and you know, just to understand, it's always more to it. Like in general, anything is holistic. And women do pay attention to those things, right? You know, women pay attention to it. To say it's just 100% one thing is really not understanding the game or what women really looking for. And those basics, there's so many, each one of those, if I chose to, I can break it down. In fact, I'll probably break them down on my Rom TV thing, because I got a series called building sexual charisma. So, I got to break down each one of those. Because it's still so many things. It's still so many things, but it's never just one thing. That's why some dudes will have one thing and can't figure out how come it can't go further. Like some dudes, they do need to work on it. They might be masculine and, have a cool personality, but they might need to lose about 30 pounds. They might need to lose 30 pounds or put on 30 pounds of muscle. You got somebody who looks good, definitely, but you know what? They got a dull personality and they're not masculine. So it's like a bunch of things. Ultimately, to be attractive is always that person will always have a combination of things. Especially the more attractive a man is, it's never going to just be just because he look a certain way. He got to be interesting. Like I give you an example, gigolos. Right now they get paid. Women pay them for companionship. Really, well, technically they don't pay them for sex, because that's prostitution. They get around it though. They get around it by not charging them money for the actual sex act. All right, it's just a consent thing. But the thing with gigolos, yes, they gotta look good, but a part of their game is they gotta be interesting. They gotta be able to talk. They gotta still behave in a masculine manner. So women will pay for that. Women will pay for that. So anyway, right? That's all I got for now. I'll talk to you later. Peace and blessings.